So we're currently in Frankfurt Airport. We just arrived around 30 minutes ago from Amsterdam, and we have a layover for around 2 hours, and then we head straight to the beloved city, which is a literal translation of the city that we're going to, Ljubljana, Slovenia. So we just arrived in Ljubljana Airport, and we're gonna take the shuttle bus right in front of the airport. These guys over here, they'll take us to the Airbnb. The weather is pretty good. Not that sunny, but it's still like a 30 degrees. As you can see from my eyes, they're pretty dark. I haven't slept very well. Well, I have to wake up pretty early today to catch the flight, and then I didn't really sleep on the plane that much or traveling here. I kind of snoozed a bit, but you know, you can't really sleep well in public transport. So I'm gonna take a nap, and I will do the intro, and not the intro, I will do the Airbnb tour and the whole itinerary planning later. Good morning from Ljubljana. It's currently around 9 a.m. in the morning. I just woke up, as you can see from the aftermath. And yeah, I'm about to have breakfast. It's about to be a pretty fun day. The first day is in Slovenia, in Ljubljana. We're going to explore the entire old town, go to the castle on top of the mountain, visit all the nice bridges, see the real culture. I hope the sound quality and everything is fine, because we have a portable AC on the balcony and the door is always open so that obviously the air can come in and the heat can go out. But yeah, I still slept pretty well through it. The first like half an hour was a bit harsh, but after that I just slept through it. So here's a little bit of a sneak peek on what the room looks like. This is obviously the desk. It's a bit messy right now. I just woke up from the bed, so I didn't clean up or anything. It's a real experience. The door's open, as I said. We have here the portable AC, a really lifesaver. And a beautiful morning. You can't really see outside that well, but so yeah, today we're going to the city center, to the old town, probably walking because it's like 15-minute walk, but I could also take the bus number 6, the host said, which should be like way less time, but it's a pretty, you know, chill morning. I think walking for 15 minutes is pretty okay with like a small backpack, so that's gonna be fine. Yeah, the city is kind of like, you have like the castle in the middle of I mean, not in the middle, but like on the side, and then you have around it the water with the bridges, like 5 different bridges that are all pretty like significant historically. One of them is the Dragon's Bridge. We have another like 3 bridges, triple bridge. It's kind of cool. We'll walk the whole city today, hopefully until the end of the day, and yeah, the rest of the week we have to see what's up. So we just got off the bus stop here in the city center. We're heading towards Prešeren Square, which is one that I went to yesterday evening as well, but right now it's better lighting and everything. So the square is like, it has a poet, a bronze poet on there. His name is Prešeren, I think. Named after the square, obviously. And the funny thing about the square is that, you know, it's like a famous hangout place for young people. They come there, have some drinks, just hang around there, chilling and such. And the cool thing is that many famous squares in Europe have like a warlord or some political figure as their centerpiece, but here the centerpiece here is a poet. So we've arrived to Prešeren Square. As you can see right there, the building, and here on the right side, the statue of him, the man himself, the poet. I'm not sure what the thing there in the middle means. There's like a little sign that says this area with Ljubljana's own weather. So maybe, I don't know what it means. It is wet, so, oh wait. There's like a fountain or something. I'm not sure where the weather's. Oh, I see. There's like a very, like sprinklers. And then over here, I told you guys about the 3 bridges. I'm not sure if this is the place, because you have one main bridge in the middle, and on the left and right side of it, you have 2 bridges that like connect to it, but maybe it's not the same place. I have to double check that in a bit. But the 3 bridges was basically done so because the main bridge was for like vehicular travel. So that's a hard word. Like travel, like vehicles getting past there, and then the other 2 bridges were for like the pedestrians and cyclists, etc. So right here, during the afternoon hours, night hours, people come, young people come, gather around the statue. I'm pretty sure this has to be the 3 bridges I was talking about, because you have like one main bridge here on the left side, then the middle one right there, and on the other side you have like in the back you have the 3rd bridge.
Nee, is ook wel mooi, denk ik zo. Maar wel wat duur. En je dan nodig en vind ik het.
This new stone bridge we have here was congested with pedestrians, horse carriages, and cars.
So we're currently going to the Dragon's Bridge, which is like 5 minutes walk from the Triple Bridge. And according to Greek legends, there's like a Greek legend called Jason and the Argonauts. They apparently sailed through the river, and around this area they defeated the dragon, which has become the symbol of Ljubljana and as well of Slovenia in general, because it's obviously on the flag. So right after the Triple Bridge, you have all these little stands selling their magnets and other collectibles right along the river. I'm not sure what the river is called. I think, if I remember correctly, it's called the Ljubljanica, which is also what Ljubljana is named after. I'm getting flashbacks from Black Forest with this one. I swear, I see this in every trip I go. Like the wood crafted tree and such. Yo, these books are pretty cool actually. They're like super thick, and the detail is pretty insane. Alright, so in the far back you can see the bridge that we just came from. And right now we are at the 2nd bridge, which is not the Dragon's Bridge actually. This is the Lock Bridge. No, I don't know what the name is, obviously. It's not, I think this one's not that significant, the bridge. Well, I mean, I don't know. There's a guy standing over there. Maybe we can read, we can get some information from him. He looks like he had a rough time. Everything about him doesn't really add up. His feet are melting from the heat. but still no name or anything, so I'm not sure. Oh, okay, geez. He's not human. He's not human. Yeah, but the Dragon's Bridge is actually over there, on the other side. You can already see a dragon on the left. Well, actually no, it's behind the tree, but we'll get there in a second. Here it is, the Dragon Bridge. Right where Jason and the Argonauts sailed across and slayed the dragon. To be honest, I'm not very familiar with Greek literature or this story in particular, honestly. But it sounds cool. Like a cool origin story for your nation's flag, or symbol at least. It says something there in Slovenian language. Well, not that I can read it anyways, but maybe you guys can. Honestly, I was expecting a bridge this famous or this significant to be like a pedestrian-only bridge, but as you can see, traffic is heavy here. It's like a normal bridge where cars can pass and such. Thank you. And I can just like at any bus station I can just use it and like it's.
But only for Ljubljana.
Oh, Ljubljana. All right.
For the city bus.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay,
Yes. Good. I just got myself the Urbana card from one of these stations, and you can use this card for any public transport in the city, like buses, train, tram, etc. If they even have a tram, actually. It's kind of like €2 for the card, and then you can top it up with cash or credit card. As every big major city, touristic city, we have reached the market section. So we have some nice summery clothing. I'm never a fan of clothing during like in markets because it's always like the quality is just not it, and you cannot really, you know, they don't have changing rooms usually, so you can't really try stuff other than caps. With the fruits on the right side, the food market. It's not busy at all actually. Like, well, the whole middle section here with the benches is not even used. So I'm not sure if it's like for restaurants later on or different days. It is a Monday. Wait, is it Monday? I kind of forgot the days. I think it's Monday, yeah? So it's not really, no, actually it's Tuesday. My bad, it's Tuesday. But still, it's the middle of the week, so markets are not really that booming. People are just going to work. It's the lucky ones that can enjoy the other stuff. Also, something else I've noticed here is that even though it's 30 degrees, doesn't feel that hot. Like there's a nice breeze, and also the sun isn't that, you know, scorching hot. In the Netherlands, usually, when it's like 25 degrees plus, it's already like you feel like it's a sauna or something. So right there on top of the mountain, you can see the castle that we're going to after this market. There's also a cable station that brings you up. So we just left the central market and the Dragon's Bridge in the back. We're now walking a bit upwards towards the castle. Grashki Križ. It doesn't say where we are right now, so it's kind of hard. There are different walking paths, like right over there and a couple up. So I just figured out it's the red dot right there, our starting point. So we're pretty close actually to the castle itself. From the other side, it's much further. And look at this. The alleyway upwards is so narrow, but it's really pretty, man. So that's where the telecabine starts. Goes all the way up to the top. Alright, we're starting to see light at the end of the, not tunnel, at the end of the stairs. Right there, it's the beginning of the castle inside. Probably also getting much hotter with the sun now being straight in my face. So as you can see, the Staro Mesno is, I think, walking downwards, which we came from. We have to go to the Razgledna Steca. I've realized this language, Slovenian language, is kind of a mixture between Italian and Russian languages. Kind of funny because I've been to Florence before, and I recognize some words or some pronunciations that are kind of similar to here. But still you hear like the Russian accent of people or the words that they use. Here's the map. You can see where we are now compared to before. Yeah, as you can see, we used to be on, I think, that side we came from. Now we're in actually a bit past it. I think we need to buy some tickets to get inside the castle. I'm not sure if it's worth it, but we'll probably get it anyways. So a little bit of a wine cellar. Also, just imagine the amount of people that have died there, the archers, who had to defend the castle from the invaders. Also, a fun fact, the Habsburgs that I mentioned, they actually only owned it centuries, like the last centuries, but way before that, it was the Greeks and the Romans that actually conquered this, this castle, this hill. So there's an open air prison where the prisoners were thrown into like a pit to just be forgotten and die. Kind of similar approach to the French oubliette, but a bit less cruel, if I could say so. So we have some old stones from the mountain and then the whole modern museum right next to it. It's kind of a funny blend, honestly. So this mountain, this hill has actually been conquered for around 3,000 years. First it was the Romans. After them it was various noble families. But not recently, but in the 1300s, it was the Habsburg family that ruled it for basically centuries until I think it was the fall of Napoleon, whereafter it became a prison, as you saw upstairs with the open air prisons. Then after World War II, the Germans occupied it. All right, we're going now up towards the viewing tower. Kind of reminds me of the Freiburg clock tower. Similar staircase, similar length, I would guess. So nice panorama view on the whole city and its surroundings. As you can see in the far, we have all the mountains. Then here we have the Ljubljanica river with all the bridges along the way. And here on this side we have the castle itself. Maybe get more of a close-up on that. The main square on the castle. So this section of the castle is just like a museum kind of like faces and other pictures. I'm not really sure what the significance of that is necessarily in the whole scheme of things, but it's still nice to know about this area's, stuff, culture. Although most of this is about Croatia, like the Adriatic Sea and their discoveries. You know, the craziest thing is that even after the Nazis were defeated, because I said obviously in the previous clip that the Nazis occupied this castle during World War II. So after that, after they were defeated, the castle was actually inhabited by poor families in Ljubljana. And until very like the 1960s, 1970s, where after it became what it is today. So it's actually the photography exhibition from that person. I really like this one. It's so chaotic and a lot of stuff happening. Yeah, so the other side was mostly people and close-ups, but this part is, well, still people, but a bit more context to the matter. So from afar, I thought this was a mosque in Iran because of the architecture. It's like Persian style. However, it's not Iran specifically, it's close though. It's from Herat, a city in Afghanistan pretty close, bordering the east of Iran. But yeah, that architecture is like very iconic Persian. Imagine casually trolling all of the prisoners that were tortured and killed in this prison. Yeah, I don't know who this Frederick is, but it's like a prison rat or something, a famous prison rat. Now, would you look at that? Imagine you're living in a mansion like this. Somewhere in the middle of the, well, not the middle of the castle, but the middle of the path towards the castle. Yeah, I can do some slaying as well. Slaying the dragon myself. Then I can get my own bridge. You know, they even have the dragon's blood. Fruit and honey liquor. Okay. So we just arrived to Gostilna Sokol, which by our Airbnb host was recommended as a good place to have lunch or dinner. And from the pictures and the people sitting outside, it looks pretty promising. You know, usually the ones that attract the most people outside of the city center are pretty good areas. So I'm not really sure what the significance is of this, but it's kind of trippy because they look like alien heads. It's like skulls or something. Going all the way down, like pretty far. Right there. We get to the next bridge, the third bridge, as I said, the Cobblers Bridge. Compared to the first two bridges, it's much wider and also a bit more, you know, peaceful. There's no cars driving here, so you can easily walk it and get a nice view over the river, the Ljubljanica. I probably butcher the name every time, but it's fine. There's also a boat tour that I think every hour goes. I think it was like 15 euros a person, so not the cheapest, but also not like completely, wasting your money. I think it's pretty good. We might take it somewhere this week. But yeah, today I was mostly interested in walking it myself. Yeah, the bridge is it's definitely more peaceful than the other ones. Less busy as well. It's a bit more further away from the Prešeren Square and the main attractions. So here it says the history of the bridge. It was actually built by the same person as the other bridge, the Jose Plešnik, the same person who also made the triple bridge, or at least the architecture of it. So seems like he's pretty important man in Ljubljana. Just look at the houses here, man. They're like so on the older side, really old architecture, but still very beautiful. So a nice view on the castle from here. From up there, we could also see this, I don't know, square, whatever. I read obviously about the city and what things to see, but I didn't really catch this one. So I'm not sure what it is about. There's also not a lot of people, so it might not be that interesting compared to the other buildings. But still, you have a great view from here on the castle and the surrounding buildings. There's also a very modern building. I think, given the EU flag, it might be just like the town hall. Here we have a nice little park. Going down into the metro station. All right, so I've done some research. The square is called the Congress Square because I guess they have like a Congress building over there. It's currently 11 p.m. as you guys can see. In general, pretty busy day. Was very fun. I'm gonna sleep now, rest well. Tomorrow morning, wake up, catch the bus, and I'll see you guys in Lake Bled.